Hey everybody, how's your day going? You having a good one? You sitting down nice and relaxed in your chair or lying down in your bed watching YouTube on your phone? Oh, good. I'm about to make your day worse. Welcome to Iridium! Oh, this level is a... it has some issues. So, in the Nitro Red review of this game, he had two major issues. One was the shooting controls of the crab boss are a nightmare, which, yes. The other thing is that in the later levels, especially right near the end of the game, in order to earn your new power-ups, or to, earn your transformations, you have to go through a stupid amount of enemy gauntlets, and the game just throws them at you one after the other, and they're constant, and they are tedious and frustrating. You know where I'm going with this. Welcome to Iridium. So, up front, the game is showing off how hostile it can be with all of the mimic spikes. Gotta love those. Just gonna punch my way through this issue. And, just gotta keep stealthing. Gotta do lots of sneaking to get past these bastards. You can, pay to extend the length of your stealth, but I've beaten the whole game now, and I've never had to do that once. I guess if you're 100%ing it, there may be a few crystal gems or whatever those glowy things up top are. There may be a few of those that are locked behind very, very long stealth sections. But for the base game, you can get through it just by boosting your strength, which is what I've done. Also, you may notice it may be chug-a-lugging just a little bit. I think that is just because of how many artifacts there are on this level. It's the radiation. It's the radiated water has an effect on it. There's lots of enemies goddamn everywhere. There's loads of mimics that are ready to jump out at you, so... I think the sheer amount of objects in this might be chugging my totally legitimate copy of Scalar for the PlayStation 2 that I have in real life. So, yeah. And I'm definitely somehow emulating it in HD. Recording it in HD. Anyway. Here we are, pushing on through. So far, things aren't so bad. Gotta love these big, horrible plant bastards. But this area here is quite interesting. So on the left, there is a path that you literally cannot progress without getting the new power-up. If you try, you can, go for the run, but you will get insta-killed by a thrown rock. By a bunch of big, horrible bastards throwing rocks from above. So you need to unlock the Fruzard so you can shoot them. The new power-up essentially allows you to shoot, turning this game into a semi-FPS, kind of. But not in a fun way. It sounds cool. It is not cool, promise you. So here we are, a little bit of maneuvering, and we're about to run into what might be the grossest thing in this game. That's a tumor. That is that's a tumor. If the Earth could have tumors, if the planet could have tumors, that's what they would look like. I hate them. They are so bulbous and alive, and they respond to you. Ugh, and they hurt to touch, making them the worst ever. You have to avoid them at all costs. Yeah, don't like those. Also, here are the Fruzards. They're not too hard to beat, but they usually appear after a very long string of enemies, making them kind of annoying to deal with in that regard. Or they appear right at the beginning, and you have to take them out quickly, else get sniped like that. God, just every time I see them. Ugh, it gives me actual, hair standing on end when I see them things. I don't know what it is. Something visceral about them that sets off my biological instincts. Anyway, this is fight 2 of 12. Because where it says there's 12 Fruzards that I need to beat. Most of these arenas have one in them. A few of them have 2 Fruzards. But that gives you an idea of how many of these little gauntlets we have to deal with. Between 6 and 12, essentially. So, yeah. Too many. Too many of these. Alright, that Fruzard is down. I should probably use this opportunity to heal myself, because there are healing orbs just kind of scattered about, and every one of these gauntlets seems to kick the crap out of me, mostly because of the little doggies. Doggies are by far the worst thing. Fuck that bastard thing. You can die too. I don't need you throwing shit at me while I'm dodging cactuses. That is the most mean-spirited beginner's trap I think this game has thrown at us yet. Obviously, I could have looked ahead and gauged that's not safe to get, but they put that there specifically to tempt me into jumping over there to get it. So if you're low on health and you're like, I need health, you're going to try and jump over to get it, and you're going to die for it. It's again, not unfair, because you can see it, but it is mean-spirited at the very least. That is a mean-spirited thing to do. Good God, they're everywhere, and they are so bulbous. And I've actually lost track of where the hell I'm going, because this area is just kind of a mess. Let's fight this gauntlet of enemies with 2 blocks of HP. I somehow don't see this working out. Yeah, probably don't see this working. I could try and stun them. I do have my limit break, but... Oh, okay. Maybe I can extend the life with this a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Just keep spamming limit break. If you have it, you might as well use it. By this point in the game, my L2 button had actually stuck and broken. So in order to use the electricity that first time, I did have to, like, jam it in really hard, and I hurt my finger doing so. Thank you, Scaler. You've caused me physical pain along with everything else. Alright, you done? You ready to be done? I'm ready to be done. One more enemy. It's a Fruzard. Let's just fuck him up. Come on. Don't you dare shoot me. Don't you dare kill me with some bullshit now. Oh my god, fuck. This is way more tense than it should be for a Fruzard. Come on! There we go. Oh my god. Stressful. I've got 2 blocks of health, and that definitely isn't getting me past all of this shit. Or maybe it will if the game keeps being generous with the health pickups. Let's see. Okay, there's a platform over there. Just need to jump over to that. Or I could not. What the hell was that? Was that an invisible wall? Or why didn't the double jump work? What happened there? Alright, I'm gonna assume that's not the way to go, even though it clearly looks like it should be. Oh, there's stuff down here. Maybe I have to go down here. I can't gauge where I'm jumping to. What the fuck, game? Where am I going? If I can't jump over to that platform, what do you want me to do? Okay, well, it's not worth going for the health pickups, because I'm at full health now. Just confused. Just spatially confused. Fuck you. I can get over there. Why didn't my double jump work earlier? I did press it. I promise you I pressed it. That was just some jank. I'm going to assume that was just pure jank. Let's overcome the jank and deal with this fucker. Here we go. Wait for him to jump, do his thing, and then beat him up from behind. Which is always the way to beat this guy. God, he makes some horrible noises when he dies. And gets hit in general. Well, I guess it's good that I'm getting feedback that I'm doing well, so... Horrible noises, I guess we've got to live with those. Come on, dude. Just leave yourself open so I can finish you off. Then we get a single Fruzard. I should really be aware that it's going to shoot me immediately by this point. Shouldn't be getting hit by those. That is on me. And just wait for the moment where I can go in and donk him. Lovely. Alright, now. Next thing we want to do is climb up here. One of these sections. Gotta love these climby bits. With the Dwemer spiders just rushing me. So we're not even like halfway through the level yet. This is just me getting the Fruzard power, which later I need to use as the game starts acting like an FPS. A janky FPS. So... yeah, still have to deal with a lot of this weird platforming around this gross green area with all the horrible cactuses. And just deal with battle after battle after battle. Just constant gauntlets. And again, the combat in this game is not that bad, but it's just the sheer amount of it. It does get tedious if you get me to just keep doing it. And you don't even offer me, like, a full heal between each one, so... yeah. Like, if you go into one and you're at low health, it's not worth sticking with it. You may as well just die, kill yourself quickly, die, and then just come back into it when you know you're more able. Fuck me, game. Oh, gross. Gross! Alright, this one, I think, I remember this one being a pain in the goddamn ass. Because it's a really small area. This guy does big damage when he hits you. And then it starts spawning a ridiculous amount of enemies for this very small space. Like, way more than this space should accommodate. And all the enemies that are appearing are ones that do lots of damage. Fuck. God damn it. Just stop! Getting me overwhelmed real quick. Oh, the real kicker, though. The worst part about this. Ah. I forgot Scaler has a heart condition and he's prone to just keeling over and dying randomly. That, or the cactus's hitbox, goes through that fucking wall and hurt me from behind the other side of the wall. I'm sure that wasn't intentional, but that doesn't make me less mad at it. That's just very, very irritating. And every time I died on this, remember, you started right at the top of that hill. So you have to then come back down the hill again, sneak past all the cactuses, jump up, and come into this area. It's a lot. The game wants a lot of you at this point. It gets a little more punishing than it was earlier. And that was some sick jumps from me. I'm quite proud of those. I very narrowly avoided death there. Alright, Fruzar, just please die. And you, big guy. I need you all dead, please. I just need to get the hell rid of you so I can move to the less tedious part of this stage. That is so humiliating anytime it happens. Anyway. That's done. You two can fuck yourselves. Goodbye. Fruzard. You can see what Nitro Rad means when he says that the battles just go on and on sometimes. And they're just constant. And I've, like, maxed out my strength, so I'm doing as much damage as I can with every claw swipe. And yeah, I don't use the limit break as much as I should, but you only get to charge that when you're grinding on a rail, and there aren't any rails around here, so you do just have to use your claw attacks here. Bit of a pain in the arse, this level. I don't know how to put it, really. I don't know how else to put it. I know the, I watched a Scaler speedrun, and I'm pretty sure this is the stage they spent most of their time on. Unless they, like, had a janky way of skipping past the, that one section with the rocks, but, yeah. I'll have to rewatch the Scaler speedrun. Now that I've, like, beaten the game, pretty much, it's quite fun to... I'm sure it'll be fun to rewatch it and get a feel for where I could have gotten janky little skips in, and the pro strats that come with Scaler. Oh, God. That was a brutal death. That was arguably a bit needlessly brutal for this child-friendly game, but okay. Just punch the fuck out of his face and curb stomp him. All right. That's some shit you'd see in Yakuza, but all right then. Okay, Fruzard, I need you to not kill me. I need you dead. I'm glad that that thing only knocks you back and doesn't damage you. Because that would have been a death. There we are. Alright, 11 out of 12 Fruzards. We've got one more to do. Which, of course, means one more gauntlet. And then we can move on to the second half of Iridium. It's a real kicker as well. Because, you know, in video games, I really love radioactivity-themed levels. I love radiation as a thing that I can play with. I'm one of the few people who will defend Pokemon Uranium as being kind of fun. Like, I dig this aesthetic. Of all the stages, I like the aesthetic of this one the most. Gross tumor cactuses notwithstanding. But yeah, the actual stage itself is not the most fun it could be. I do like its platforming. I like the precision platforming here. Scaler's movement is actually pretty... That was on me. Scaler's movement is pretty good for this. My depth perception, however, is a bit fucky. Let me be a bit slower. There we are. There we go. I got a feel for it. That's better. Alright, last little bit. And one more Fruzard. This one isn't even a gauntlet. I could just go right for him. Get the fuck out of here. Piss. And now I can shoot. Alright, so going back to that rocky section. If you run in with the Fruzard, you will die immediately. the same as if you're normal. What you're meant to do is go into first-person mode, get your reticle, and shoot these guys in the stomach. When they die permanently, and they can't throw rocks at you anymore, so... You're basically killing your roadblocks. Now, with this power, with this transformation, if you press square when you're running around, he fires 3 shots at once. Great for clearing out enemies. Really good for clearing out mimics. It can even blow up the mimics, which is really satisfying. Like the spiky ones. But this half of the stage is designed around the fact that you can now shoot. And therefore, they make the enemies way more prominent and way more irritating. Like these dragons. You'll see in a moment what those dragons are capable of, but they are my least favorite enemy in this game. They are worse than any of the mimics, and that's saying a lot, because those things have, like, gotten so many unfair kills on me. But those dragons, and I call them ambush dragons, I have dubbed them as such. I don't know what they're called in the manual, but I call them ambush dragons. They have the worst gimmick. If you go up towards them, if you go near them, they just shoot you. Every shot does 2 points of health, and they kill you within seconds. And you can't do anything about it. So you need to not get close to them at all. You need to stay back, get your reticle, and shoot them from a distance. Not too bad in theory, except for the fact that they always appear when you get really close to them, and then just start insta-killing you. So anytime they appear, the game is basically forcing you to stop, go backwards, get in your reticle, snipe them, and then progress. It's just slow. It's just slow and boring and tedious, and really annoying when you get murdered by them, especially if you weren't aware they were even there. If they, like, appeared behind you, and that can happen, they sometimes even spawn behind you, and then just start peppering you with shots, you're just fucked. There's no 2 ways about it. They are so irritating. Hate the ambush dragons. Fuck them. Let's do some platforming. Way. Shooting and platforming together at last. The unholy union that none of us were asking for. Oh, for fuck's sake, ambush! Ah! You bastard! You bastard ambush dragons! I hate you so much. They are just like... An alternate name for them is fuck you speedrunners. Fuck you. They are fuck you dragons. They refuse to let you play the game in a fun way. You have to slow down and play by their rules, or you just die. God, they suck. Now, I haven't ever tried using stealth against them. Stealth might allow you to sneak past them, but that is then the same issue where they're just slowing you down, needlessly slowing you down, and can't stand that. I like being able to go fast in my platformers, you know? I like, you know, obviously I will deal with the consequences if I go too fast. Fucking hell. That was jammy. I'll deal with the consequences if I go too fast and die for it. But when you don't even give me the chance to get fast in the first place, that's where it bothers me. I'm the son of Sonic the Hedgehog. I should be able to go fast. I have got to go fast, as my father would say. Anyway, let's do some balloon popping. I'm not quite sure why this is here or how it fits in with the overall level design, but sure, I'll do it anyway. Let's see if we can get them all popped. Any more? Oh, there's one over there. And now we're in the second half of the level. Okay, I guess. Just completing that challenge just sent me here. Why not? All right, platforming. I went way too soon, didn't I? I went way too soon! Oh no, Scaler! I think you're being a bit overdramatic because that platform would have raised up like a second later and you'd have been fine, but... I guess one touch and you're dead. It's just that toxic here. Alright, come on. Fuck. Alright, you gotta time it in a way that as soon as the platform... Fuck me, the dragons! Piss off ambush dragons. Just stop existing, please. Alright, there we go. So you gotta time it in a way that as soon as they come up, that's when you start jumping. Like, now! Okay, I did that horribly out of time, and I would have died there, so I'm glad that recording David has a better sense of timing. Alright, let's continue on, just keeping my eyes open for those horrible dragons. It doesn't help as well that you kind of need the camera to work with you with those dragons if you want to see them coming. And sometimes the camera is doing its own fucking thing and it's not looking at them, so yeah. Anyway, we've got more roadblocks, and the game has nicely given us a vantage point of which to shoot them from. So let's give them some long-distance snipes, get rid of them permanently. They do not respawn, even if you leave the level and come back in, they are gone forever. And good, because that would be really annoying if not. So you dead. Some of them are really awkward angles. I can kind of get these ones, but then there's the one on the left there. I'm not too sure about him. Maybe if I just kind of hug the wall from here, I can... There we go. Okay, I might be able to snipe him from here. Not too close. I'm not going to get hit by the rocks, so... That's you dead. Go. Oh, and there's another one even further to the left. Yep, another one there. Let's get him. Fuck, can't quite... I think I need to get a bit closer. Oh, oh! Fuck me, that was scary. Okay, he can hit you from that... The splashback has got a really wide radius on it for those rocks, so even if a pebble touches you, you're just dead. Piss off, Ambush Dragon. I'm going to... Oh, there we go. I'll just get him from here. Just call me the Sniper 2. Best video game of all time. Let's go. Let's finally goddamn go. Getting past those horrible roadblock rock monsters. Go, just pepper my shots everywhere. Clear out all the little doggies. See, when you can do this, it's fun. When you're just running through, shooting out shots like this, it feels great. It's when you have to slow and do the sniping for these fuckers. That's where it's less fun. Here we go. All right, let's push on. Back to normal scalar so I can get across this little hop. I do not trust that hop with the Fruzard. Fuck me, Ambush Dragon. I gotta come back on myself, change to the Fruzard and shoot him before he shoots me. God, I hate the Ambush Dragons. They are like poison. They are game design poison. They are the least fun thing to deal with. There we go, pushing forward. Oh God, no! Ah! Oh, I gotta do that whole section again! Yeah, I had to do that whole section again. It wasn't fun. Yeah, it wasn't fun at all. And that involves stopping for every single one of the dragons. But this section is the hardest in the game. This part here, it took me more tries than anywhere else. I think it took me about 14 tries. Because everything from here, right up to the end of the level, is just one long stretch without a checkpoint. And you have to do everything perfectly, pretty much. There's so much that can go wrong. So first of all, you got these platforms, so you gotta get past all these. This is not too bad, especially when you get a sense of timing for them. But then you get to this platform here, you've got normal enemies, you go to fight them, but first time you come here, you are then going to get immediately destroyed by the ambush dragons that all come up. Because you can't really see them properly from the angle you were just at. So you just start taking damage and die. So you take out every single one of the ambush dragons, make sure to get all of them, especially the one that appears behind you, because that one will fuck you up. Then you have to go... Okay, let's try that again. So then you have to come over here, you have to shoot these three, 1, 2, 3, in that order. Then very quickly transform and go up them before they go away. They go away quite quickly. Then you get regular enemies, which aren't too bad, especially when you can just turn to a Fruzard and shoot the shit out of them. But, you know what, I was getting a bit tired of the Fruzard, just wanted to slap things, so I was doing that. Come up here, and oh god, more of them. More just regular enemies. Just give them the slaps, all the slaps for all of them. Can I maybe jump and shoot? Can I snipe him from here, or... Fuck, no, it's not worth it. Alright, I'm just gonna kill him. He has the high ground. It's over, Anakin. There we go. Just shoot him in the face a bunch. That'll do it. Now, this part. This bit here. So what you got here is a bunch of these little yellow things. Keeping in mind that the aiming controls and the lock-on are not great. They're really not that good. You've got to shoot all 5 of these in very quick succession and then do a very quick set of platforming to get past them all. Miss one, you're pretty much dead because they will just drop you immediately into the insta-death. Or you'll fall to an earlier section and have to come all the way back up again. Then you get up here, and these guys are just throwing the mimics at you. The game is just coming up with new ways of bullying you, but thankfully they go down very easily to some Fruzen shots. And then you get the last stretch, which thankfully is not that hard. Everything from here on is just kind of self-explanatory. So, this level was rough. It could have done with a lot of... Just take the dragons out. Just take out the dragons. I wouldn't have minded it if you just took these fuckers away. They're the worst. I hate them. They are the most irritating thing to deal with. They are the perfect example of a beginner's trap. That is all they exist to do. Because when you know they're there, you can beat them. It's just very slow and boring to do so. Like, they don't even offer any resistance. It's not like a back and forth. Just not worth doing. And you know what? Let's keep the negativity train rolling. We're about to deal with the worst boss fight in the game. Roberts, never wink at me again. Okay? Okay. Let's go deal with the worst boss fight. We saw him in the intro. It's, Sergeant Bootcamp. This is everything I hate about video game boss fights. So perfectly exemplified. I can't. Just watch it. Most of it's self-explanatory. Just watch the thing.
Taylor Jenkins.
Yuck! Boot camp! I thought you were ugly before. Now that you're back in your true form, you've taken ugly to a whole new level.
It's time for a little basic training in how to die.
Okay, so for this fight, you spend most of it just grinding on rails. Because if you don't grind on rails, he just insta-kill. He like clumps down on you and insta-kills you. Or doesn't insta-kill you, does damage to you. But also he can sometimes blow you off platforms, which insta-kills you. So don't get blown off the platforms, that insta-kills you. And he can do that at any time during this 3-stage boss fight. He can just insta-kill you. And keeping in mind that if you're playing this optimally, the fight still goes on for about 5 minutes in total. And he can kill you, insta-kill you, taking you back to the beginning at any time. So what you want to do is blow these things up, because they're just going to fucking get in the way if you don't blow them up now. Because you are just on a rotation where you're just going to keep grinding and grinding in a circle. Oh, yeah, there he is trying to insta-kill me by blowing me off. Nice. So what you want to do with your Fruzard is shoot him in the eyes. I didn't know this at first, so I was just grinding in a circle for a stupid amount of time, wondering when the fuck I'd get an opportunity to hit him. The eyes are the weak point. Which, you know, I guess that's kind of on me. I could have maybe intuited that, but... yeah. He does do like an animation where he leans into you and opens his eye really wide, which I guess is the game's way of hinting that that's what you need to do. So yeah. The key is to just not let him blow you off and insta-kill you, shoot him in the eyes, but don't stay on any platform too long or he chomps you and that does damage to you. Then his eyes turn red and he starts shooting out... he starts trying to nosh on you. Don't let him do that. That also hurts you a lot. I think he does 2 points of damage. So if he does that 3 times, you're just dead. And there's no healing in this fight. So you clear the first phase. Not too... you know, if the whole fight was that, I'd have been alright. But then, he does this. He starts spewing out flames. So the first time I played this, I was like, alright. So do I have to like shoot him very quickly before he shoots the flame at me? Don't do that. That'll get you killed. You do not do that. That is not what you're meant to do. What you're meant to do is just keep grinding until the game decides it's your turn to play. It's one of those. You just gotta sit and wait for the game to let you do things. Then you get to this platform, the leaf burns away, so you are now stuck on this platform for the rest of the fight. And he starts shooting these at you. This would be... well, this is kind of annoying for me to deal with right now, because the lock-on really doesn't work. You have to really awkwardly aim your reticle into it. But if you're on backwards a bit, into the middle, then your position makes it a bit easier for you to either flip between his eyes, which you're shooting, and the orbs, which you want to stop so they don't hit you. This is not so bad. This is fine. This part of the fight, at least, is not filled with insta-kill bullshit. So I can work with this. It's a bit slow and awkward, and the controls are not great, but, you know, that's life, I guess. That's life when you're playing a game trying to be an FPS suddenly out of nowhere in a very janky fashion. So this is just still going. Yeah. Really would like if my ability to hit him in the eyes was a bit more fleshed out. If the lock-on worked a bit better. Oh, there we go. And this part's fun. I'm dead. I have to do that all again. God, you see how he like blew me off the back of the platform, knocking me off and killing me? Oh yeah, that's definitely what happened. I definitely don't have recorded evidence that death was complete fucking bullshit. That I was clearly still on the platform. He had not blown me off. But it doesn't matter. I guess I've got to just do this all again. And fuck you, I'm not just gonna skip to where I was in the fight. You're watching this, albeit sped up. I really wanted to just play this at normal speed to give you a feel for how much this fight fucking sucks. But I'm not that horrible. So, here we are, back where we were. What you have to do is not only make sure he doesn't blow you backwards off, but don't go anywhere near the sides, because they are also, for some fucking reason, kill planes. I don't know why they're kill planes, they just are. I'm gonna assume it's an oversight again. The worst part is, the first time you'd play this, you'd have no idea you were being blown back because he's roaring at you. He's not blowing like he did earlier. He's just roaring. He's roared before, and the roar has not blown you backwards. So, guess what? Beginner's trap. Fuck you. Fuck this fucking fight. It sucks. Even when you know what you're doing, it's just stressful. Because then you have to stop and aim and shoot, but when you've stopped and aimed and are shooting, he can blow you off really easily. So you have to shoot as much as you can, and then very quickly come out of the shooting menu, and then start running. And then quickly go back in the shooting menu to shoot his eyes. Oh, Sergeant Boot Camp, you suck. I'm glad you're dead. I'm very, very glad you're dead.
Enjoy your stinky stay in Davy Jones' locker, butt breath.
I should be annoyed at him appropriating my culture, but at this point I'm just numb.